Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
Thanks to TriBooth, the best vocal booth for home or on-the-road voice recording. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Introducing Robert Marshall from Source Elements and Someone Audio Post, Chicago. Darren Robbo Robertson from Voodoo Radio Imaging, Sydney. Tech to the VO stars, George the Tech Whittam from LA. And me, Andrew Peters, voiceover talent and home studio guy.
Line up, learner!
Here we go.
Welcome to Pro Audio Suite, and this is George, a new voice for you guys today while Andrew is gallivanting around Europe. We want to talk about the PASport VO, but before we do that, we want to thank our sponsors that support the show, such as TriBooth, Austrian Audio, Source Elements, George the Tech, and Robbo. Robbo, what's your new demo production company called?
Well, it's still Voodoo Sound, but mark that page because there's something new on the way.
Excellent. Well, we're here to kind of give you guys a report about the PASport VO, where we're at, what we've gotten accomplished, but what we could also use your help with.
No, we're going to beg them. We're just going to beg them.
Yeah, we're here to beg. We're here to grovel.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's just being honest here.
I think we've made a really positive achievement. We've made a real impact on Centrance and Michael Goodman. Yep. He now really sees the value in this thing, and he sees that you guys want it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we just need a few more of you to step up.
What do we need? 21
About
more?
21 more,
21
right? As
more.
of this moment.
We would have needed 20
Yes,
more.
that's right.
Yeah.
We did have
Right?
somebody back out. And this is what our concern is right now.
Yeah.
We had somebody back out because they were really looking for something to come more quickly than we are able to ship.
The stated window closed and
Exactly.
and people can say, hey, if I'm not going to get something on time, I'd like my money
Right.
back. I was willing to pull in, but I've lost faith. Or
Right. Yeah. I mean, the longer those who invested are waiting, the more there's going to be a little bit of concern that this thing will ever happen.
Mhm.
So we do have to close the door. Now, the exact date of closing the door here has not been set by Centrance right now, so I don't want to say a date, but it's soon.
I don't know that there is. I mean, he hasn't set a date, but he didn't say that there would be no date. He just said he'd keep it
Right.
open. And I know he's talked about he has other. He's going to a conference, which is no big deal, but then they have other designs and things.
He's leaving the office. He's going to be on the road in Europe for a while, and he's got other things in the pipeline. So at some point, he has to decide we're done this pre-order. What's that mean? Well, it means that we feel very strongly it's going to happen, right? Even if we don't hit this 100, we feel internally that there's a very good chance this is going to happen anyway, because I think Michael really sees the value in it. He sees that there is a real desire for it. And I think he sees that we've designed a good product here.
Well, there's definitely a taste for it in the marketplace. I did an interview yesterday on a podcast and was, being gushed at by the host, sort of telling me, I really hope this thing gets up because,
we need it.
It is such an innovative thing.
Right.
We need it in the industry.
Yeah, I think it is needed, and I think that we feel it, and I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, given our initial discussions with Michael and how much we moved, and I think in particular how fast it moved.
Yeah, we got a
initially.
nice big upfront surge, which Michael told us what would happen. I mean, he knew that was going to happen because we had a bunch of you guys really chomping at the bit. I've been seeing on social media people saying, I was there day one or I was there day two. I know you guys, there's a bunch of you who are really behind us and want this thing to happen. But, we really would like to get a few more in. And I think the best way we can do that
we
is
have to. I mean, really, we can't guarantee that it gets made without hitting 100. That's literally
what our contract
what the contract says.
That is what the contract says.
I mean, George is I hope, and I think Michael sees value, and he's been very positive, and he early on said how, impressed, whatever, we got up to 70 pretty quickly. And, but ultimately it's there's a contract that says that
we're going to sell 100.
Get 100 names on the ballot with their credit card.
We're putting a little pressure on you guys at this point, but the pressure really is to get the word out to your communities. If you're in radio, tell your radio production staff that this thing is going to happen because this thing is going to be obviously designed and built for voiceover. But the more I've looked at it and the more I've talked to people that do media production or set up field kits or, have to do field reporting and send out a whole kit.
It's so easy to pull an interview with this and also be a contributor.
This thing would be amazing in a small road kit with a mic to send out to actors or guests or celebrities to get a great sounding live on camera interview. It's amazing to me how many interviews make it to television or streaming where there's no pro audio. They literally ignore it. Reporters all the time.
It's like basically Apple AirPods.
Oh my! Just today, right? I watched an interview where the guy was talking on AirPods. Like, it's fine to use it as a monitor, but that was the mic, and I just couldn't believe that this makes it to television in the United States.
Wow!
And I'm convinced part of that is because it's just intimidating to get good audio and get the interview done. And this thing has real value in that area too. But until you guys can help us get over this hump, we need that last 20. And until you guys reach out to your peers, let them know that you've made the investment.
21.
Yeah, 21. Right. Until you guys can help us cross that finish line, nobody gets to have this thing. There's no guarantee the thing is going to come to light without your help. So.
And then Michael has to write a giant return check.
Yeah, trust me, he doesn't want to do that.
Here's the other thing I would say. I know it's hard to put a large amount of money up for something that you can't physically touch.
Yeah, we get that.
But I would suggest this. I would suggest look at the specs, look at the company that's behind it in terms of producing it, in terms of Centrance and their track record. I guess as ugly as it gets, take a look at us and our how many hundreds of years experience we decided between us we had in this industry and doing this sort of thing. I guess what we're asking for is a leap of faith that if you put all that together, this thing's a damn good product.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a leap of faith. Centrance has executed. We do have the combined. It's not something that Robert designed on a whim.
Right.
And it's not something that George designed with only thinking about. It's got a broad kind of stance, but squarely within the production and the voiceover industry. And I just think that there's so many people out there that have invested in a Scarlett, maybe worse, like some sort of like Behringer, like this, the bare minimum interface.
Yeah.
It kind of gets the job done, but they know there's things that are set up for them or they can't quite pull off. It's not easy. And then they're looking at this cliff and they're basically going like, I either spend $800 in an Apollo or other software in some way and services, or this thing can kind of pull it off for me. And it's the right investment where I get everything I need for a really long run in this industry as a professional. You're professionally set up, but you're not overboard with something that's really not designed for you. This is actually designed for you. And that's the point.
You know what? I can't tell you how many setups I've done based around an Apollo, right? I've set them up and designed their whole system, right? A year or two later, I hear from them through the grapevine, or I meet them in person, or I see them, or whatever. And they're like, I'm like, how's it working out? They're like, I don't know how to do anything on it. I just use it like a Scarlett. I said, well, I set that all up for you. They're like, yeah, but at some point that stopped working and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to bother you. So I don't know how to do playback. I'm like, so you bought this $800 Apollo. You had paid me $300 to set it up for you. And it doesn't do one of the key things, which is play back a take. You can't do it? No, I just didn't want to deal with it, or I didn't want to bother you.
I give up.
Right? Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. I give up.
So
I'm scared.
I've heard this so many times.
And this is like not intimidating. It's approachable like a Scarlett, but it has the features that you're looking to get out of an Apollo without the other 80 pounds of baggage that the Apollo brings for music engineers who are looking for a whole range of recording drums and many musicians simultaneously and all this stuff that you're like, your eyes get crossed looking at what else the Apollo can do.
I keep coming up with things here comparing to other products and companies. Universal Audio is not kind of like the most easy, friendly company to actually work with and get support and learn how to use a product from. They don't understand you guys, our audience, voice actors, podcasters, they do not get you guys at all. Like I've been setting those up for so many years and they refuse to make the product easier to use for your use case, right? I know this. Centrance, on the other hand, has been in the business of creating products for voiceover since the PASport Pro. And they're working with us, the people that need these things to exist. They're a great company. They have great support, customer service, and it's going to be a friendly experience. So I don't know. That's my final thing that I'm going to say. Trust us, guys. We want you to be happy.
Buy it. Buy the PASsport VO.
The other thing on the back of all that, George, is that our podcast's not going away. So if they get the thing and it sucks, they can always find us and track us down.
Absolutely. We are going to make sure you're happy with this thing.
If you buy it and you find that it sucks and you want to come on our show live and do a rant about it.
There you go. Yeah.
Come on.
Sure.
We'll host
Invitation.
you. Yeah. All you got to do is drop us an email. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. you can go on and beat us up.
If you want to check it out, if you still haven't gone to the website for some bizarre reason, centrance.com/passport with a 1S, PAS for Pro Audio Suite, PASport VO. And you can read all about it, see all the benefits, and make your pre-order.
If you can't remember that, just go to our website too, which will there'll be links to both in the show notes, but it's on our page too, so you'll find it there.
Help us out, guys.
If you're moving up, if you have any inclination to move, if you're in the voiceover industry, you're working with a basic audio interface, and you have any inclination to kind of move up to something that gives you more capabilities, you don't want the complexity. You want the simplicity of just hardware, no software. You're not going to regret getting a PASport VO.
Come on, you trust.
Help us and help your fellow voice actors get the product that they need. Help the industry. Be a part of it. Be a part of a movement.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite, with thanks to Tribooth and Austrian Audio, recorded using Source Connect, edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Voodoo Radio Imaging, with tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.